G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is Queen Tested, a video series in Fallout 76 where I attempt to solo Scorched Earth using a specific legendary weapon. Today's weapon is going to be a Bloodied Prime Ultrasight Gatling Laser with 25% faster fire rate and 15% faster reload, major and minor legendary effects respectively. So this thing, fitted with the Prime Receiver doing extra damage to Scorch, is doing 182 damage, which may seem a little bit on the low side, but you gotta remember that this thing is a Gatling laser, so it fires fast, and is also further bolstered by the extra 25% faster fire rate, giving us a mean rate of fire of 227, and when you're firing 182 at the fire rate of 227, it's actually quite powerful, and you'll see during the video that the DPS does stack up. Another advantage with the Gatling laser that we didn't see on the Gatling plasma, which I did previously, is that this thing is hit scan. Obviously, the lasers are firing at the speed of light, so that's pretty cool. It should, I think that the laser guns should be the only hit scan weapons in the game. There should be bullet travel time with ballistic guns. Then you'll have a really good niche for these laser guns, but they're pretty good anyway because of Power User. And Power User, if you don't know, is the perk that makes your fusion cores last longer, up to double the amount if you've got that with 3 ranks. We'll get to the perks later, but yeah, having this perk attached with this weapon, I started off this with 10 Ultrasight fusion cores and I'm down to 8. Despite many huge mag dumps on this thing, it's only consumed 2 Ultrasight fusion cores somehow. True long barrel and reflex sight for basically aiming and keeping the hipfire spread tight, and a beam focuser will increase our range and accuracy, but it'll turn our lasers red, green. I don't know, you have to be the judge of that. I'm colorblind. Red, greens, they get confused in my brain. So we're basically going for the standard heavy build, heavy gunner times 9, bullet shield blocker, so if the Queen punches us, does minimal damage. That makes us, fireproof makes us immune to all of the explosive damage. I've literally shot at my feet with a missile launcher, it done nothing, so that perk's broken. So I'm going to exploit it, thanks Bethesda. Anyways, stabilizer's there to increase accuracy, ignore a little bit of armor, at least in theory. We've got Nerd Rage there to boost our damage at Nerd Rage Threshold. Obviously, synergizes very well with the Blade Legendary effect and Adrenal Reaction too. And Power User, like I said, to increase the duration of fusion cores, which leaves us just 2 points in Gunsmith, but the Gatling lasers actually have a really good condition bar, so despite it having multiple mag dumps throughout this video, it only lost about 100% of it or so as its fuel, 100%, maybe 80% of it or so of its health bar being over repaired. So we've still got plenty of shooting left before it breaks on me, but yeah, it's pretty decent. Got Dodgy and Action Girl to increase our damage avoidance. Obviously, Action Girl is to bolster the effects of this. If I'm regenerating AP a little bit quicker, I can have more of a chance of avoiding damage. One gun army to cripple and stall the Scorched Beast Queen, and of course, Bloody Mess gives me extra damage. Alright, I think I've said everything. Let's go shoot the Queen, eh? Oh yeah, I've also got Strangleheart power armor, just painted with Hellfire paint, sensing, protocoled, with a jetpack, the works, and that'll basically be important for stacking damage over time for however actual damage we get on the Scorched Beast Queen. Alrighty, so we're about 30 or so seconds from the nuke touching down, and I wish I had recorded this, but there's a Scorched Beast attacking a Mirelurk Queen, and I wasn't doing any damage to it, but then the Mirelurk Queen got scorched, and since I'm using a Prime Receiver, my damage on it just like peaked, and yeah, it was one of those rare cases where you're kind of happy to see a thing scorched despite it being a Mirelurk Queen, which is, you know, marginally dangerous. So I haven't reloaded this thing, still got 819 in the magazine. Unfortunately, I've missed time killing everything in this situation because I don't think I'll have any adrenaline to go when the nuke actually touches down, but the thing that'll set this apart from, say, the Gatling plasma is the fact that it's hit scan with its lasers. So Scorched Earth begins, the Queen sits there limiter bashing for a while, and just swinging like she's never swung before, yet moving like nowhere. She's like, it's like doing the, it's like Skids at the Induster, only a giant monster is doing it. So as you can tell, targeting stuff is going to be a lot easier, and now we can go ahead and see what kind of damage we can pull on the Scorched Beast Queen. Unfortunately, she's kind of lured us into a trap where there's trenches, but I'm not using explosive weapons and I don't have to worry about too many things. As long as I just hold down the trigger, I'll never stop firing, and now we can successfully cheese everything. What is that? What is attacking me? It's just a mole miner. Well, you can go away. Now, Oh, there's our first reload of the day. Did I go through 800 rounds that quickly? A swing and a miss from Barbara. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of ads on this run because we're quite close to where the nuke dropped, and there tends to be a little bit more when we're over here. But I think we've stalled her at this point. She doesn't look like she wants to move all that much, and she is really not liking all of this laser fire, that's for sure. But as you can tell, the damage is not nearly as impressive as it was for any ballistic or even the Gatling plasma is getting outclassed by this. I don't want to go into the Raz. She's actually lured us into the radiation, which is a shame. Now I have to deal with the red filter. Well, regardless of that, wow, these guys got bored. That's weird. Alright, she's mutated, which means she'll start flying around again. My guess is I had a couple of internal organs crippled there. Internal organs, no, wings aren't internal. Maybe her internal gyro-stabilizer gland was crippled, and I'm going to die due to damage over time. I saw that, crab. Okay, so she's just going to fly directly into the ground. That's a Wendigo. Don't need to worry about catching a disease. I've actually exploited the game to make sure I wouldn't get a disease through this, and playing in third person, not normally advisable. Switch to first person. May as well just piss away the last 23 rounds so we can get a fresh core in and begin the killing spree. There you go, looks like we're getting the 40 or so damage we had before. Wonder if she gets a little bit of extra resistance, because I was clocking 41 before. Not really sure. But as long as I don't get targeted by too many ads at this point, this fight is over. And look at that mag capacity on this. I can just keep firing this from Monday to bloody Sunday, just like how I drink my Bundies. But yeah, the hugely advantageous effect of having this huge mag capacity means I don't have to stop firing. Something is killing me. Some ants. Yeah, get out of here, you little bastards. That is a Snelly. They're pretty dangerous, so I'll take you out. But, alright, she's stalled. Now, what I could probably do now is hop up on this fence. All of the ankle biters won't be able to get me. And we can continue firing. I'm thinking that I'll get a better time with this than the Gatling plasma. I think I draw her into combat quicker, but the hit scan part of the thing matters. And, you know, despite me not getting as good damage per shot, just me shoot something to maintain adrenaline, please. Yep. Oh, she's taken off once again. That's okay. We'll be able to kill her quickly enough. Don't have to stop firing. We'll turn this game into a turret section again. Hitting her for minimal damage, but she got taken out in the air, which is also satisfying to do. So, there you have it. A Ultrasight Gatling laser definitely has teeth. I'd say that kill was more fun than the Gatling plasma, because I wasn't struggling against the stupid bullet time traveling nature of the plasma weapon, and I feel like it's a lot more accurate too. There's a tiny little bit less recoil going on. There's legendary Scorch Beast, and just to make sure I show off what I get, don't forget to let me sprint, you bastards. Perks of having dodgy on. Let's see what she dropped this. Crap. Actually, not too bad. The poison resistance is useful, but you don't need poison resistance if you've got a stim pack in your back pocket. And despite all of this complete and utter mag dump, I'm still at 10 fusion cores capacity, which I find particularly baffling. I really don't know how exactly the fusion core things are exactly calculated. Now, if you were to get down on the ground, mate, that would be a lot easier, but I can just fire for days, so that's fine. Ooh, I've managed to... Oh, okay. There's the ash pile up there. Possible limitations of being too awesome is that sometimes you'll get goo piles all the way there. Okay, I'm committed to doing that, just like how I committed to reloading a dodgy magazine. Oh, I'm over capacity too. I should probably not move around as much. Okay, I think I'm going to have to let that one go. Even when jumping on my camp all the way up there, I still can't reach it, and I don't feel like bringing down my actual camp for doing that. Anyways, so there you have it. Bloodied Fire Rate Ultrasight Gatling laser performed admirably, and despite its weapon card damage being what I typically define as pretty low, we've seen much better. For instance, we've got the Bloodied Gold 50 cal doing 281, but I guess the difference here is the rate of fire, boosting the DPS up to an incredible amount. But there you have it. We've killed Barbara quite easy with this. It was an easy win, so definite win for an Ultrasonic Gatling laser, and it goes to show you that you can do pretty well with a lot of the heavy guns in this game. Thank you for watching, guys.